What's up, y'all? It's your Uncle Raulh here. Today, I want to talk about the 9 reasons a woman gets ghosted by a man. Number 1, you're giving it up too fast. Do you know there are guys out there who are talking about they're looking for wifey, but they go around sleeping with women even though they see something about that woman that they say, this is not her. But because you're giving it up, they're going to take it anyway. Perfect example. Did you see the movie Boomerang with Eddie Murphy? Remember the character that played by Layla Rashawn? She was walking the dog. Now he knew that woman wasn't too bright. But notice, he slept with her anyway. Ladies, you all have to learn you can't be so quick to open your legs to any man just because you feeling him. He may be pretending like he feels you. Then after he's done his due with you and he doesn't want you anymore, now he done moved on to the next woman. Which leads me to reason number 2. He wasn't that into you in the first place. There's some guys out there walking around, they see things about you that don't sit right with them. Not saying that there's something wrong with you, but there's something about you that doesn't sit well with him, so he doesn't see you as the wifey that he's looking for. But rather than being a real man and speak up and tell you that, you may fit the description that he likes and he still wants to hit it. Now ladies, let me put you up on a 95% surefire way to keep that from happening again with the next guy that comes along that's not really into you but trying to just hit it and quit it. Ladies, I want you to learn this one saying, practice it over and over again until you get it down pat. Any man that's interested in me, he must know that I am looking for matrimony. Therefore, he must be willing to wait until marriage before we have sex. Now, even though you may not be willing to wait until marriage because you might want to test drive him beforehand to see if the sex is on point, take note to what I said. I said he must be willing. See, most guys, the only thing they heard was waiting until marriage before sex, and if they was just going to play with you anyway, they out of there. So 95% of the guys that was just going to play with you, they going to be gone. Now only 2% of the guys will honor you and actually roll with you because that's what he wants too. But you got to be careful of the other 3%. See that 3%? That's Mr. Player. That's the one that sees what you just said. He sees that as a challenge. And what he's thinking is, oh, I'm going to break her down, man. I'm going to hit her with these macadocious words, man. Buy her little trinkets, tell her how beautiful she is, tell her how wonderful she is and all that. And them panties going to drop with a quickness. Beware of that guy because he sees it as a challenge. The number 3 reason for men ghosting women, a woman who still has trust issues. Ladies, if you still have trust issues because of the men that you've been dealing with in your past and you feel like all men are liars and snakes and cheats and this, that, and other, if that's the way you feel, you have no business getting into a relationship. The number 1 reason for that is if you don't have trust in your relationship, you don't have a relationship. So you need to do whatever you need to do. Go seek counseling. Go be celibate till you can't be celibate no more. Light some candles and some sage and some frankincense and myrrh, whatever it is you have to do. Get that under control first. I mean, think about it. Why would a good man who is trustworthy put up with your nonsense about you having trust issues, therefore making him pay for what all the other guys in your past did to you? Ain't gonna do it. Ain't gonna do it. Nope, nope, nope. Number 4 reason that a lot of women get ghosted by men, when a woman has constantly dealt with liars. This is a big issue for me. I was seeing this young lady for a very short period of time, and I noticed a trend in her. Everything I say, she's like this. If she wasn't saying that, she was saying,
yeah, right. Yeah, right.
So at the time, I was 6 years celibate, and I mentioned this to her. And she was like,
6 years celibate? Ain't no man been no 6 years celibate. Oh, stop lying.
Okay, I let her slide with that one because of the fact that that's hard to believe. I was 6 years celibate for real. I mean, for real, for real. In the end, I was 11 years celibate before I broke my celibacy. A man, a heterosexual man that got a sexual appetite that would, woo, make your head blow off. The woman that I broke my celibacy with, man, I almost killed her. Good thing she was real flexible, young, and in shape, because I put it on her. Anyway, back to what I was saying. I began to notice the trend kept going with her. Everything I would say, yeah, right. She didn't believe anything I say, and after a while I started thinking to myself, why am I even continuing to see this woman? Because she doesn't believe anything I say. And if she doesn't believe anything that I say, why am I talking to you? So the straw that broke the camel's back, we were having a conversation, and I remember I said, well, like my father used to say, before I even told her what my father used to say, she responded,
Oh, here we go.
here we go where? I ain't never took you nowhere. What are you talking about? So the first thing I thought was, she's used to guys coming up with a bunch of BS when they start out by saying something like that. Now me personally, if anybody ever starts out telling me, well, like my father used to say, I'm like this. Cause I want to know what your person told you. Might be something I could use. But for her, it was like,
Here goes some more bull.
needless to say, I had to let her go. And do you know, she had the nerve to act surprised. Beyond popular belief, ladies, all men are not liars. So if you don't give the new man a clean slate, he will ghost you. Number 5 reason for men ghosting women, speaking to him disrespectfully. So this wasn't a woman that I was actually dating. This was a woman who showed interest in me. I kind of kept it on a friendship level for a while because I wanted to see what her mentality was like. So I was a heavy drinker back in the day, so I was seeing an herbalist, and the herbalist put me on a liver cleanse. He warned me, he said his liver cleanse is going to be strong. It's going to pull on your energy level, so you're not going to feel all that great. Now, this is the middle of August. It was hot and humid as hell in Illinois. So I'm walking through the building at work, and I ran into a couple of guys, and they was like, hey, Raulh, what's going on? And I'm usually like, what up, dog? All right, yeah. You know, I'm usually chipper, but this thing was pulling on me so hard, and then the heat was killing me. People were speaking to me, and I was like, hey, you know, them days you just feel like, God, just like you have no energy. And she was one of the ones that I kind of was like, hey, how you doing? And kept walking. Okay, so 2 days later, I'm feeling a lot better. So I'm seeing people that I remember that I wasn't too chipper with, and I said to them, hey, the other day I know I wasn't feeling all that great, and I know I wasn't acting, you know, like I usually do. Every one of them, except her, was like, oh, no problem, man, I knew something was up, I didn't bother you, you know what, that's cool. Everybody, but her, this is what she said.
I was about to say, because you was acting like a little bitch.
Did this woman just call me a First and foremost, women that I date would never let something like that come out of their mouth. Number 2, this woman has done nothing in all the years that I've known her for me to be doing cartwheels when I see her. And number 3, everybody else, including the men, took interest in I said I was on a liver cleanse because of the drinking that I'd done. She didn't say anything about that. All she cared about was herself. That I didn't do cartwheels and have pom-poms and doing flips when I saw her. Ladies, understand. When you have a conversation with a man and he's very respectful to you, the minute you step out of pocket like that, the first thing he's thinking is this. If she's talking to me like this and we're not having an argument, how is she going to talk to me when we are? Oh, hell no. If a woman does not show respect to me, we are done. The number 6 reason that women get ghosted by men, constantly nagging. There's some women out there who think to themselves, if I keep nagging him, he'll eventually do it because he'll get tired of me nagging him. That don't work with good men. Let me give you a quick scenario. So when it was Wednesday, I said I was going to clean the garage out on Saturday. When Saturday came, I was tired. I didn't feel like doing it. We're not going anywhere. Nobody's coming over here. The garage being done on Saturday or Sunday does not matter. So I'm sitting on the couch and I'm watching TV. She comes in the house and said,
I thought you said you was gonna clean the garage out on today.
and I said, well, I was, but I don't feel like it right now. I'll do it tomorrow.
Well, why put out for tomorrow what you can do today? Why don't you just clean it? You ain't doing nothing but sitting there right now. You just watching TV. You could have gotten it done by now.
Okay, first off, men who have order in their life, who takes care of business. Like myself, when I say I'm tired, I'll do it Sunday, that's the end of that. If she wanted to clean that bad, then she should have went out there and cleaned it. Ladies, it's a totally different story if you got a man that constantly puts stuff off and he never gets it done. But when you got a man that's like me who gets stuff done, and then one day I say, hey, you know what? I don't feel like doing this. I'll do it tomorrow. Then you should say, okay, babe, hey, rest. Get some rest. But that nagging, because you feel like, well, it worked with John and Joe and Jim, well, it ain't going to work with me. The only thing that's going to work with me when you keep nagging me like that is you going to get ghosted. Is I'm going to get rid of and you can believe that. And the number 7 reason why a lot of women get ghosted by men, you talk too much. Yes, you talk too much. Now, there's nothing wrong with a woman who does a lot of talking if she's talking about something worth listening to. But ladies, your man is your man. He is not your girlfriend. So all this gossiping about who's sleeping with who in the office at work and who doing who and who did what and all of this stuff and all this gossiping stuff, men, heterosexual men, don't gossip. And if you happen to have a man who has other things outside of doing his job, meaning he has other hustles like I have with my YouTube channel and my websites and stuff like that, we are busy. We don't have time to be sitting on the phone listening to you gossip. Call your girlfriend and do that gossiping with her, because I have more important things to do than to listen to you gossiping. And speaking on the subject of talking too much, a lot of you ladies, you get on these dates with these guys or you get on the phone with these guys and you all are talking so much, you'll ask the man a question and talk so much and so long, he forgot the question and you did too. And I see a lot of women get played that way because you're talking so much, you're not learning anything about this man. Perfect example. Did you see the movie For Colored Girls? In the movie, the young lady who played the dancer, she met this guy and she was just talking through the whole doggone movie. The guy who played her significant other, I guess you could say, in the movie, I bet you this was the easiest role he ever took because he didn't have that many lines. In the end, and I don't want to spoil the movie, but most of y'all saw it, in the end, he does something to her. And when she goes to the police, she can't tell the police nothing about him. She ain't know if he stayed with his mom and him, if his mama was alive, how many brothers and sisters he had, where he worked, if he had a criminal record, what his favorite color was, or anything. She couldn't tell them anything. Why? Because she's talking. Ladies, stop talking so much. The number 8 reason why a lot of women get ghosted. He's telling you that you're getting on his nerves about something and you won't fix it. I was dating this young lady a long time ago and she kept getting on my nerves with this showing up at my house without texting me or calling me first. And I kept telling her, you can't just show up at my house like this. I was living in a bad neighborhood, and that neighborhood, they was doing what they call street sweeps. Street sweeps mean that they would come down that block and there was drug dealers on the block and they would just, anybody out there on the street, they would just pick them up, throw them in the car. And if they showed their ID and they didn't live on that block, they'd take them to jail and say they was out there buying drugs. It was a bunch of people catching cases like that. And I told her, you can't just show up. Because if you come over here and I'm not here, or I'm in the back of the house and I don't see you out there and they do a street sweep, if they doing it quiet, which they mostly do, I have no idea, they just snatched you. But what does she do? Every now and then, my doorbell ringing, I go look out the window and she's standing outside on my porch. And I go to the door and I was like, did you call or page me? Because my pager didn't go off. No, I was just in the neighborhood. Like, woman, how many times I have to tell you the same thing over and over again? Ladies, men are protectors. When it says protector, it does not just mean protecting you from the enemy outside trying to break into the house. Or when y'all together, you out fighting off the guys or whatever, or the robber or whoever. We protect you is when we see trouble coming and we tell you, don't go over there. That's where the trouble is, but you keep going over there. This woman ticked me off because she just kept doing it, just ignoring me. I let her go. I stopped answering her phone calls. I stopped returning her pages. And I stopped answering the door when she showed up until she got the hint. So ladies, if your man is telling you over and over again the same thing, that you're getting on his nerves or something, you setting yourself up to get ghosted if you don't fix it. And the number 9 reason why a lot of women get ghosted, being freaking selfish. Some of you women are so selfish, it is unbelievable. Ladies, if you got a man that's helping you pay your bills, giving you money because you're short on money, helping you get your hair done, helping you get your car fixed when your car breaks down, helping you fix your house when your house needs fixing, and now he says to you, I need you to do me this little favor, and then you, well, I've seen women do that. And sometimes he's not asking you to do anything that costs money or your time or anything like that. You're just doing something like the previous one I said, getting on his nerves. And he's simply asking you, would you stop doing that? You are getting on my nerves, and you just keep doing it. Here this man is doing this much stuff for you in a short period of time, and he's asking you to do this much in return. And you won't just do it? You won't just straighten it out? Fix it or stop doing whatever it is? Do you know how that makes a man feel when he's putting that much energy, that much effort, his money, his time, and his energy into you, and you can't do something that small in return? I have no feelings for a woman who gets ghosted by a man who has been good to her, doing for her, and looking out for her, and then he asks her to do something in return that's not even a big deal, and she won't do it. I don't understand why but what? I don't understand why that bothers you. We don't want to hear that. When you needed stuff fixed, he just fixed it. When you needed money, he just gave you money. We expect you to do the same in return. To me, that selfishness is called unevenly yoked. that means that you don't care as much about him and his feelings as he does about you. So if he tells you he's having a problem with you, you should be sitting on the edge of your seat like,
What I do? What you need?
and when he tells you what it is, you should be reacting like,
I can fix that right away. I don't know how to fix it. What do you need me to do to fix it?
because if you don't bring that type of energy, I guarantee you one or two things gonna happen. Either he's gonna stop doing all this stuff that he's doing for you, or he's gonna ghost you. Ladies, you all need to pay attention to some of the stuff that you all are doing. Seriously. Because I know a lot of you all out there and why you got ghosted. And as soon as you get ghosted, then you start playing the victim.
I know, Mama. I did everything. I was taking care, I was doing everything, and he just up and left me for no reason at all.
Really? This man just up and left you for no reason at all? Really? Somebody had to tell you. And I'm your Uncle Raulh. And I love you. So it might as well be me. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And don't forget to click that little bell for future notifications.